This poem is called My Grandpa Is to Me. My childhood spent at Ravenswood Road, at Grandma and Grandpa's, the sweet shop down the road. Sleepovers with warm baths, late bedtimes and treats, drying our hair by the electric fire, 3 bars full of heat. TJ Hooker, Starsky and Hutch, all on TV, Grandma's cabbage and meat pie sitting happily in me. Under the watchful eye of Elvis and a sombrero donkey, Will and I would off to bed, the collapsible bed wonky. Balancing it just right or it collapses on your head, the best fun ever there, going to bed. Trips we'd take to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, donkey rides, arcades, the biggest rides we could reach. Chips and sandwiches pressed down together, vinegar, salt, and outside the car, foul weather. Unwittingly an audience for all my dance routines. Grandma digging Grandpa in the ribs, encouraging. I made them endure all my random performances. Twiddly knobs and Grandma made the very best audiences. An avid reviewer of what was in the paper, starting a conversation, then an argument later. Pile up of bacon sandwiches and plenty of toast. Builder's strong tea, lots of sugar, more biscuits than most. In his new home in Bowden, Grandpa now near, at parties and celebrations his laugh always rang clear. Traditional old songs sung with tankards held high, passed on to our generation, so will be forever nigh. Being in Bowden a place of high teas, Grandpa preferred John Willie Lees. The singing, the dancing, the fun and the crack, when he first met the bridge, he never looked back. A lift to school with 2 minutes to go. Grandpa gives me a ride, it's just down the road. His lead foot is leading, his language a bit blue. The colour has drained from my face, now a pale hue. The blue car jumps, spits, slaloms and brakes. A white knuckle ride you could never fake. After school walks with Grandpa and the dog, all the seasons, sunsets, bales of hay, a chilly blanket of fog. His affable character much beloved by all, a shared chatter, a natter, always having a ball. The talk on the Deversdale we were pleased to hear. The women of Cheshire were in full cheer for Charles, who smelled lovely of aftershave, until Grandpa no longer walked, no friendly wave. The garden was a special place, and asked nothing of him, somewhere to be at nature and take him over his glasses rim. He'd marvel at the beauty and sweep away the leaves, as if a respectful relationship, him in his green sleeves. Grandpa loved bonfires. He swept rubbish with all his might, even when the vicar's fence caught alight. His idea of pruning was to take the shears and start cutting. What was left at the end caused my mum some tut-tutting. His radio listening was a thing to behold. All those programmes from current to those days of old. His interest in the world and all that was new never failed to impress me, and we'd discuss and review. We talked of the internet, marketing and websites, a world away from his, but nonetheless he wanted insight. His fascination with science, the cosmos and history made you wonder what he thought of this world, probably a mystery. But he was still open to thoughts and ideas. He'd tell me war stories, and we'd debate all ears. Grandpa's early life, we can hardly imagine. The war, the surroundings, all that hard action. With the sadness he endured through his mum, then his dad, his spirit never wavering, he gave us all that he had. As a father to my incredible dad and much loved Auntie Sue, I've seen your childhood pictures and they stay with me too. His arm round your shoulder, forever by your side, from seaside to school uniforms, the picture of pride. I will be forever grateful for his presence on earth. We were so lucky to have him, so long since birth. My family's love and closeness is unsurpassed, and with that, there's nothing more I can ask. Such a wonderful figure is now in the blue sky, the best grandpa ever, for Will, Aaron, Ella, Holly, and I.